Hi everybody, welcome to Intro to Psychology. My name is Dana Forrest and I'll be your instructor for the course. I wanted to give you a not so short overview of what's expected of you for the semester. So bear with me, grab a notepad, and I want you to take some notes of what's on this video. I want to start by going over the syllabus, and then we'll walk through some information that's important on Canvas. That's our online platform for the course. So the most important thing to kind of wrap your mind around at first is this is completely online, but it's a 4-week session. It's actually only 3.5 weeks. This is the shortest class I think that's available. So wrap your mind around, this is information intended and designed to be rolled out over 15 weeks, but you guys are getting it in a very short amount of time. So expect to do all of that work. And in a 15-week course, you would normally meet for about 3 hours a week. You're going to do that in about 2 days. So every day you should be spending probably somewhere around 6 hours, 3 to 6 hours doing some work. So understand that it's not just you when you're sitting down and you're like, holy cow, this is so much work. That's kind of what you're signing up for in this course. So if you need some support, if you need some help, I'm totally here for you. I very much value giving you a lot of support. So reach out to me, email me, let me know. I can set up phone calls or FaceTime throughout the semester if you want to do that too. Okay? So this is me. This is my contact information. My Middlesex email is fine. I check that every day. If you need a really quick turnaround on a question about an assignment, or hey, I forgot to ask this question before, you can feel free to reach out. This is my personal email right here. I want to make a note though. I go to bed around 8 o'clock at night. So if you're going to email me, make sure you do it before then, because if you email me anytime after that, you'll get a response from me probably around 5, 6 a.m. when I wake up. So just know, if you're waiting to the last minute to do an assignment and you have a question, you're probably not going to get a response from me if it's after 8 o'clock. But feel free to use that. Okay, textbook. I'll show you a picture of that in a second when I show you about Launchpad. But note that you have to get Launchpad. This is a learning supplement. About half of your assignments are on Launchpad, so you definitely need to have it. I'm sorry, I always hated buying those things when I was a student. But however you want to get the textbook is up to you. If you want to borrow it from someone you know that used it, if you want to rent it online, if you want to get the e-text, I'm not sure which is the cheapest version. You can get a last edition if you really need to do that. This is only the 2nd edition, so if you can find a 1st edition, that's fine. But the thing you really need is Launchpad. Okay, so I want to take a moment to make sure I really emphasize this. So in this course, there's 4 exams. They're all online. They are only available on the day they're due. Okay, so I think it's on Fridays for the first 3, and the last one is a Thursday because it's the last day of the course. So I'm just scrolling down here. Okay, so they're in red, and I want you to put this in whatever you use to organize yourself, calendar, phone. So on Friday, June 13th is your first exam online. You can take it anytime between 6 a.m. and midnight. When you start the exam, you only have 90 minutes to complete it. Okay, same goes for every one of the other exams. So go ahead and take a look at that. That's really important. Just a little bit of an intro. I really like psychology. I'm a huge nerd, and I always was fascinated on why we do what we do. Human behavior is incredibly fascinating to me. But Intro to Psych, I feel, is actually the most difficult psych course that I've ever taken, because each chapter is actually its own psychology class. You'll notice as you go through the chapters that there's, when we get to the chapter on adolescent psychology, There's a whole course you can take on adolescent psychology. Same for child psychology, same for social psychology. So understand in this intro course, you're getting a little bit of a smorgasbord, but it's a lot of information. So take what you can from the course. And if you're interested in it, go ahead and take more courses as you go through your education. I know this is a prereq for a lot of other majors that just want you to take intro to psych, but know that it's pretty cool. And it explains a lot of the people around you. You'll learn a lot about yourself and why you do what you do. For me, it was kind of addicting, and I just eventually switched my major into a psych major because I just was absolutely fascinated. You may or may not do the same thing, but if you have questions along the way, I know it's very assignment-driven and task-driven, but if you have questions about what to do as a career or anything like that, feel free to reach out. All right, I'm not going to read every single word to you on here. You guys are intelligent enough to do that. I just want to give you the most important information. So you guys are going to be writing a lot for me. Please be careful not to plagiarize. We use turnitin.com on our online system, so we know if you copy and paste something from the internet, it's going to show up. This actually really stinks when people do this because I have to go through a lot of system stuff, and it's not good for you as a student, so try and just skip this. If you want to use information from something and you're not really sure how to use a citation, I'll give you some resources for a citation, but at least make a note of it. That's really important. Okay. Learning outcomes, these are listed in the module, so if you're like, why am I doing this assignment? It's because it is attached to one of these learning outcomes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here, these are the things that you're supposed to be learning by the end of this course. So you'll do an evaluation at the end of the course and say, yes, I learned these things, or no, I did not. These are also the things I'm grading you on. Being able to deliver clear and organized presentations and documents using APA style. So I'm going to teach you how to write in APA style, then I'm going to expect you to use it throughout the course, okay? Here are some just areas of psychology, grading. So what I like to do is I like to give points. Everything is out of points. This total number of 100 possible points is not correct. I didn't put in the right number there. I'll switch it later. So if there is, let's just say the discussion board posts, I think they're out of 10 points. So 5 points of it is your own post. The second half is your reply to another student's post, right? So if I give you 10 out of 10 on that assignment, 100%. If I give you 8 out of 10 on that assignment, it's an 80%, right? So if your brain works a little bit better that way, you can convert things into percentages, but know that I just go by points, okay? So basically, there's 4 different types of assignments in this class. One is going to be an online discussion. There's going to be a discussion board post where you'll have to read a question, formulate an opinion, back it up with some research, and then you'll reply back and forth with your classmates. Okay, that's one, and I'll go over that in a little bit more detail. The second type of assignment is on Launchpad. Okay, so I have them set up. I'll show you here in a second how to get there. And they use something called Learning Curve, which is a simulated question and answer bank where you will, it will kind of just go through and ask you lots of questions, and based on your response, you'll get points for the questions you answer right. And your goal there, it's really just a study material, and it'll help you get better exam scores. Okay. Next, this is huge. So everybody at Middlesex County College in every psychology course is doing this thing. It's called a common assignment. So they tried to standardize some of the material in an intro to psych course. And so this is a huge thing. So I'm going to break this out over the couple weeks that we're in class, so you're going to do it step by step. But basically, I'm going to teach you how to find a peer-reviewed journal article. You're going to use a library's database to find one. I'll post another video on here to get a little bit more in depth with it. And basically, we're going to teach you how to dissect that research article, and then you're going to create a literature review, which is a longer paper comparing different research articles, and then you're going to do a presentation back to me on this project. Okay, so at the end of this, you will need to do a short video giving a presentation that you'll post on Canvas for me. Okay, don't freak out yet. It's not as big of a deal to make the video as it might seem. And then the last assignment is an exam, right? So there's 4 exams. The last one's a final, but it's actually the shorter exam that we have because it only covers 2 chapters. Again, like I said, the exams are open from 6 a.m. to midnight on the day of the exam. You must take the exam during these allotted times. I don't have any exceptions for that. The exam will have 20 multiple choice questions, so you can get up to 20 points. If you're taking it, and let's just say you and your best friend are taking this course and you're both sitting next to each other, you're probably not going to get the same questions. There's a question bank for these exams. But my recommendation is make sure you read the chapters that the exams are on before you open up this exam. The questions are not really straightforward. They're not asking you to remember who Erik Erikson is. They're asking you to, say, analyze his theory and critically think about his theory. They're all the questions on the exams are always going to be either multiple choice, true and false, but what the answers are looking for are a little bit more deeper thought. So I really strongly recommend making sure you're at least familiar with the information. Yes, of course, you can use your book if you need to because it's online, but in only 90 minutes, you're going to be able to have to think deeper about them, okay? Our schedule is broken up by modules. Okay, so module 1 is only 2 days. It's only the 9th and 10th. This is Monday and Tuesday. So it's going to cover these 2 chapters. These are the topics if you're interested in that. But all the assignments do. I tried to make it just a little bit more organized here in this format. And I'll go through Canvas and show you what that's going to look like. Yeah, I don't think I have much more on here. Again, no makeup exams. If you have a serious illness or have a serious family emergency on the day of the scheduled exam, I need to know before the day of the test. Sorry, I know this sometimes does come up, but I am pretty strict about it. Okay, so that's our syllabus. I'm going to pull up our Canvas page here. This I have already set in student view. I'll leave student view in a few minutes and show you a little bit more so you can be more prepared of what this Canvas course is going to look like. Okay, so welcome. What I have in this first module here is just the information from the email that I sent to you. So I'm going to back out of that. Okay, so modules. Module 1. Look at all these nice links here. So intro to psych. So I just have a page here welcoming you. These are the outcomes that you'll get through in this module. Okay. Here's a link. This is to get you set up on Launchpad. So this is one of the tasks for Module 1. Okay. This right here is what our textbook cover should look like if you're wondering if you have the right book. Okay. To sign up, you start here. If you bought the book and have an access code, type it in. If you want to purchase access, you can put in your email and they'll send you information on how to do that. I need to pay later. So this is really interesting. You actually can get access. They'll give you access for a couple of days if maybe you don't get paid till Friday. Or maybe you don't get paid till the middle of next week and you need to pay later. They'll let you do that. Okay. I'm gonna go back here. So as you keep clicking through this module, all of these tasks are getting checked off. Okay, instructions if you need help to get on here. So let me just make a quick note. So this is the textbook's supplemental learning information. I really strongly recommend, if you have any sort of technical issue, if you have any sort of glitch, reach out to them first, right? And I listed all of the contact here, information for here first. I am new to this Launchpad system. I'm not really going to be able to help you much more than you're probably going to be able to help yourself. But reach out to them and then contact me. Say, hey, I reached out to them. This is the confirmation of, I think they do ticket numbers. This is the ticket number that they gave me. And then I'll follow up with you and we'll go back and forth, okay? But this is their information in case you need it. Okay. So I put in an overview here of assignment information. In the first module, you're completing 2 assignments. One is you're starting the first discussion board assignment, which I think comes next. Really, I'm just getting you familiar with how to use the discussion board. You'll make a post, post it, and then you'll be able to see everybody else's post, okay? And then you're going to begin your research project, okay? So assignment information is here. You can download that. I'm going to make a video of this, so you'll see that here. I'll post that under this page here. So this is that whole research project. You're going to start it in this module. This is a little bit of information on just some guidelines and discussion board posts, so I'd like you to read through that. And then here's your questions for your first discussion board post, okay? So, hi, y'all, can't wait to start. Right, so I didn't answer the questions, but I'm just giving you an example here, and then you can post your reply, okay? And then you can see everybody else's. Next. So as you keep clicking through, this will unlock more and more things for you. I'm going to go back to the home page here. Okay, so intro to psych, there's a check there. If I were to complete all of these things, there should be checks here as well. Okay, once you complete module 1, it will unlock module 2. Okay, this continues for every single module. Let me go through this on the left-hand side, and then I'll show you what my screen looks like with all of the modules, so you can just see. Okay, there's a syllabus tab here. If you want to download the syllabus, you can click on this link here. Otherwise, it's just all laid out here. A quick note, I'm an organization freak. It really helps me a lot. This calendar on the right-hand side over here, every one of these days that's highlighted, you have assignments due, okay? The only thing that doesn't have listed are the exams, because the exams you're actually going to do on Launchpad, okay? Again, over here on the left, I'm just going down here, there's a chat option. So this is automatically set to off. I like to turn that on. The chat I like to use if there's a question that I think either I anticipate you guys having, or if I get a couple emails from you saying, hey, this assignment really wasn't clear, I'm really not sure what to do on this part, I'll post it here. I'll post the question and I'll post the answer. So, sorry about that. So if you're looking for a question and you're like, hey, this really isn't clear, maybe other people had this question too, you can check here. That's a good spot. Assignments, if you're interested in checking out by date, you can look at them here, and it should take you there. Grades, again, this is a really important place for you guys to look. Every assignment that you do, you're pretty much submitting it to me here. Let me take that back. So the Launchpad learning curve assignments and the exams are going to be done through Launchpad, okay, through that textbook website. Everything else is submitted on Canvas. But all of your grades will be on Canvas. I will transfer all of your grades from those other two onto here. So it'll say, right, so this is just the test student. If you submitted it, it will have something here. You can click on that to see what your response was. Once I grade it, it'll say 5 out of 5, right, if I gave you 5 points. If you have questions, I will always, always, always comment, so you can check back in here, click on your assignment, and see my feedback to you. people, we don't have any group assignments, but if you're interested in who else is in the class, if you want to reach out to someone, maybe someone gave you a really good tip or idea for something on the discussion board, feel free to contact them. Okay, and a couple other links here. So now, I also like to point out to you this to-do list. Again, I'm an organization freak. I really like this. I know that these two things are due on July 10th. 1, 2, 3. They're due on July 12th. Okay? I'm going to leave student view, and I'm going to show you what this really looks like. Okay? So don't freak out here. So this just changed because my to-do list is to grade that message board post that it just went. Okay? So module 2, you can see there's quite a few things to do here. Okay? When it says Launchpad assignment, it's out of 25 points. I'm clicking on that so you can see. It'll just give you need to complete chapters 1, 2, and 5 on Learning Curve. Okay, so you can go to Launchpad, complete those assignments there, and then I'll come back on Canvas and put your grades in there. Okay, Module 3, Exam 1, again, you're not going to see an exam here. That's because it's not on Canvas, it's on Launchpad, which I'll show you in just one second. Right, so all of these modules, you have to complete all items. So you have to do each of these things before it will unlock the next module. Okay? Great. So I think that's it for Canvas. I'm just going to bounce over here to Launchpad and give you a quick tutorial on